Hey, welcome to Non-Perishable. Welcome to Non-Perishable Goods
Take two.
Podcast and action. Hey, hey. So last night was the State of the Union. Did you guys watch it? Were you interested? Did you guys think it was, what did you think? People out in the world? Like, I don't know. It was
That
wild.
was Trump's longest one, right? Pause.
It, yes, it was the longest State of the Union in history. And just prior to this one was his last State of the Union. So he just wants all the records, all the winning. Like it's just our
Of
country's so
course.
hot. Our country's so hot. He has to win at
Yeah,
everything.
we're a high country. That's why immigrants trying to come in here all the time.
Okay, but what does hot mean exactly? Like
We're
what
like
does he
we're
mean?
banging. We the shit.
Oh, so that's
But
like
he did that to lead into the Olympics though. Into the
right.
but the hockey players.
Yeah, I mean it was a
Because it
good
seems kind of
segue.
corny, but then I was like, because I was like, why are you doing this like this? But then they like, you know who else is hot? Our
Right.
USA Olympic
Right.
team.
Right. Like he was,
I was like, oh, okay, I got you.
but like, I mean, I guess he's trying to be cool. Like it's cool to be like hot, but I just have never heard a president anywhere in the world referring to their country as being hot.
Yeah,
Like what are
I
we
think he
talking
was just
about? Are
doing
we
that
talking
before.
about people? Are we talking about, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like
all that. We are hot people.
like whenever your people like, "Oh, they're hot." Like
Yeah,
that's because like he always when he gives compliments to people, if you notice, it's always about how a man or how a woman looks, which is
yeah. What do you?
a little sus to me.
A man can't appreciate beauty.
Not when you're the president of the United States and you're in like a power dominance type position.
Mm,
You shouldn't be discussing people's appearance. Like just to
uh,
keep it professional. Like at work, like at your job, like if you're on your job and you're like, "Oh, you're hot. You're a hot man." You yeah. Or you're a hot woman or whatever he does. Like whatever he thinks is cool. Like that's not professional. It's not.
I think I would be more offended if he was younger doing that. Like since he's an old man, because going in your example, I've had like older people at my job being say like things like that, and you kind of got to bypass it. Like I had one dude, he, he's my Armenian stepdad, I call him, and he gives me hugs all the time, and that's not appropriate at work.
It's
But
not.
we all bypass it because he's like 60 years old, and then so all our old guys, even like the old women, they be saying some like stuff, your hands and stuff like that. Like they don't care anything about the what do you call it, like Me Too movement or whatever, because they're in a different generation. So I hear what you're saying. To me, it'd be different if he was younger, but since he's an old man. Like I think it's just cute.
No, I mean, it's all about perspective, I guess, because there's even like a known saying that, creepy old men or dirty old men,
Yeah,
So it's
that's how
like,
I feel. I mean,
it's just inappropriate. Like, no,
yeah,
there's
I feel the same way when Biden's sniffing children. But go ahead.
right. But, oh, since we're going to bring that up immediately, why? Okay, the State of the Union is to address the things that the people are concerned about and like the direction of the country and, what's happening in our country, how his first
Mhm.
year went, and so forth. He did not make one mention of the Epstein files.
Why would he?
Why wouldn't he, though? He
But
campaigned on it. He campaigned on it. That was a
okay,
campaign
I
promise.
can answer the question once you settle down.
No, but I'm just saying, like, that's what he campaigned on.
Okay.
Okay, go ahead. You have the
There's
floor.
history of. Thank you. Anyway, he campaign. Not campaign. He always says like he's tired of talking about the Epstein files. So why would he talk about the Epstein files that's so negative as a state of the union? That would be weird.
No,
And
but that's
he already knows how the other side is against him and trying to throw him on the bus because of that, and his association with Jeffrey Epstein. So why in the hell would he bring that up?
because he campaigned on it, and that's what the State of the Union's about. You're supposed to tell them, like just in the past,
Yeah,
the point of the State of the Union is to, explain what you've done and how you fulfilled your campaign promises and
yeah,
where the country's going with your policies. But
yeah,
this man still
exactly.
has concepts of a plan.
Yeah,
He,
it
he
makes no
doesn't have
sense for him
plans
to
in
bring up the
place,
Epstein file.
but that's what
He has
people.
plans in place. That's what the tariffs are for. That's what
eh,
his
Oh,
dealing with Iran and China, his Greenland situation, his using ICE, his deportation immigration situation. Now he's talking about AI. Now he has his trump card. He literally has his trump card. So he has things implemented and that are going on right now. So I don't know what you're talking about.
okay. But the policies that he brought up, like the SAVE Act, which was
Mm-hmm.
about the elections and having people, voter dealing with voter fraud, like
Mm-hmm.
they have,
Yes,
I
America
guess
Act.
that's a little bit more developed, but he also
Yeah.
has his, what you were referring to as his Trump accounts and
Yes.
the
For
401k
kids.
plans or whatever.
Yes.
They're still working out all the details on that. Like it hasn't come to fruition. Also, they've been talking
He has
about.
his tax deductions that are right now. As far as like the car, you get a deduction with the car if it's American made. That's now that was on my tax return.
Mhm. Well, that's good.
So
Great, awesome. But then like the healthcare, like, the Obamacare plan that the Republicans were supposed to make a wonderful, better, the best ever health plan for, it's been literally like 6 years and they still have no healthcare plan. Our healthcare costs are still astronomical. Like my healthcare plan goes up every single year still. So, and there's no plan for that. Like they were supposed to reverse that, repeal it, but they haven't done anything with that and haven't presented a plan. So
that's
that was
fair. And he did bring up like he was going to make medication cheaper. Like when he brought up the IBF thing with that when that woman was there. I forgot. I should have wrote her name down. But
yeah. I mean,
so
that's
instead of
great.
like the 2000 to 500, I mean, so that's happening now. So
Right. Well, that's great. That's a good thing. That's a good policy. But his tariffs and the economy is still a
mhm.
failure.
I think it's a failure. I think it's different only because we have to pay the other side of that. But on in that aspect, we do have money in the bank because of that. Well,
Who
America does. I
who
don't
has
think
money in the bank? Yeah, right. Exactly. But how
America
uh where's that money if he can't pay it back? Where did it go? You know what I mean? And
is
then the
going
tariff,
is going to policies. It's
but
going to pay out. Fuck, I should have wrote this down. He brought it up in it at the thing yes last night.
the money, like he's saying that he doesn't have the money to pay it back. And then for one, he said that the tariffs were supposed to bring manufacturing jobs back to America and
Yeah,
corporations.
give it time. Give it time. He has
It,
just 3 more years left. You think like when
no,
the
no, no,
tariffs
no. But
happen in a few
corporations
months
said
it's
they're not
supposed to
going to do it.
happen?
They said they're not
Uh,
going to do it.
the corporations that probably hate Trump, yeah, they're probably not going to do it. Yeah,
What
but
corporations hate Trump?
there's other companies.
The only companies that are
I
coming
think
back.
Chase Bank is one.
Well, that's yeah, but they don't that's financial. That's a whole nother ballgame.
You don't think
That's
there's
not manufacturing
companies
jobs.
you don't think there's like companies that don't like Trump who are just going to be out of pity or out of bitterness and being assholes because they
If
don't like him? They're going to go against Trump.
Well, the only reason they don't like them is because they're messing up their bottom line. And because Trump doesn't even know how tariffs work clearly because he's saying, oh, it's, every prices are coming down. We're hot. Everything's great. No, prices are not coming down. They just passed all the increase onto us, onto the people who are like importing stuff and the consumer. So it's not working. At this point, his tariffs aren't working. They were ruled illegal by the Supreme Court. That's why he has to pay them back. And then he puts in another blanket 15% tariffs. I don't know how that's going to work out for him.
Well, hopefully he finds a loophole to to get out of that because I think that's ridiculous.
Yeah, well, I'm sure he will, but the tariffs, okay, that's what I wanted to say. Like
Yeah.
businesses are not bringing back manufacturing jobs. They're not going to do it because they're the only ones that they're bringing back I read were like some companies that gave him money are the ones
Mm.
that that can automate. There's not going to be anything for blue collar workers. It's going to be all automated, type of manufacturing jobs.
What about
And
Apple and the cars in Detroit? The car joints in Japan, in Detroit. They're not going to bring back the factories and build cars.
I mean, maybe. I mean, some companies are trying to like reshore, but most companies, they're saying that most companies that are, higher in or like that are doing like, what is it, technology and AI and the chips and all that,
Mm.
those companies are coming back. But that's all automated work. That's not going to be like hiring a person to be there. So his tariffs haven't helped in any way. And
See how that? Yeah, I agree with that.
so
But I don't see how those tariffs would help companies like that are already here, already thriving. Because I was going to bring up Arizona and the Taiwan semiconductor, but he's bringing not him, but they're bringing over Chinese engineers to work on that.
yeah, like semiconductors, chips, like because Biden actually,
Chips.
he was the one that put in place the Chips Act, which brings a lot of people back to America to like build here. And I heard also like the national security type jobs are coming back here, but anything that's like automated, they're bringing back here, but most stuff is not going to hire like the blue collar worker. Like
But that,
it's just not happening. Like it's
right, and I agree with that. But that has nothing to do with tariffs. So that has everything to do with like AI and how that's going to be changing everybody's lives. AI is changing my life and in my workplace right now, and that has nothing to do with Trump or tariffs. That's something that's going to automatically happen, be implemented at every job, especially in the entertainment business. But
right. But his point of tariffs was to indirectly bring manufacturing jobs back, and it's not.
okay, let it give it time. So negative Nelly.
No, it's not negative, Nelly. It's just what like businesses, like if you read all the like business analyst sites and they're not like companies are saying it. They're
Yeah,
not
that's
bringing it
fine.
back. They're gonna switch. They said they'll switch around their supply chain management and like
Yeah,
go around it, but they're not bringing jobs back here. It's just too
I
expensive. The labor is too expensive
I
here.
think I think those are just excuses because those companies not only don't like the tariffs, obviously, but they don't like Trump, so they're going to do everything in their power to go against Trump and his goal and their bottom line will not mix ever because they are not in the same wavelength. So they don't respect them, they don't agree with them, and anything that goes against them taking away from them as far as money in and their profit is concerned, they're not going to ride with it. So of course they're going to find every kind of opposition against Trump because they don't like the tariffs. I don't think any company would like anything that would create more, I guess, what do you call it, like uh, taxes on them or their imported products because most companies use imports from other countries and they're going to have to pay more for that, and because of that, they're going to have to increase it for us as the consumers. So
That's
so
exactly how tariffs work.
instead of them keeping the same price and maybe taking a cut, they're going to put that on us and make us feel that. So I mean,
Right. Like
the
some
give and
that's
take.
right. And that's why I'm saying also that there's some corporations and companies that are in line with Trump's policies. And now that they have us paying, $50 more, $20 more, $10 more, they're not going to drop the prices because they know that we're going to pay that. So we're like basically like jacked either way that it goes. Like they're like right now, oh, you think companies are going to be I don't know, I can't think of the word proper, or they're going to be like ethical. And, it's like, oh, okay, our costs came down. Oh, let's bring our costs down for the consumer. Most companies aren't going to do that because they already know we're comfortable paying the higher rate. So we like that didn't help us. That those tariffs did not help us in any way.
I think I think in the long run they will. I think it just feels gloomy now because of the fact that it's new, and I think Trump. I think on the other side of tariffs, I think he. no, I think I'm pretty sure he did this because China and Canada and I forgot the other country. They were taxing us on our products, and we weren't taxing them on their products. So I think he saw that as like, why is China taxing us, but every time we send our imports over there, we're not, giving them a tariff. There's no tariff on
Right.
that.
Yeah, like I mean some of the things he did,
So he's like, it's
he
not fair.
he did make that, fair or whatever. In some cases, yes, but in other cases, he's trying to use these tariffs as leverage and it's to bring manufacturing jobs back and it's not working. That's all. And then, I mean, like, people don't want taxes, but now y'all are fine with paying taxes. Tariffs are just taxes. It's more money. So that
Well, it's
goes,
more
that's
about raised,
funding
increased amounts of
for us
certain
to pay,
products. Yeah,
for us to pay.
yeah.
Why would we want to pay more
Because
money?
out here in LA, we got a dumbass taxes, so we're already used to stupid taxes.
Okay, but that doesn't, I mean, the whole thing to balance a budget, you either have to cut or raise taxes to fund different things. And so most Republicans have said they do not want taxes, but now they're fine with taxes because it's a tariff from Trump. And a tariff is a tax, basically. So
If
it's just so like ridiculous and like hypocritical and contradictory, like what's happening. Like in our
if some if something new like this
It's not new.
happens,
They've been doing tariffs and they've never worked, like historically.
okay, if something new like this happens on America, shouldn't we give it time to play out
It's
instead
already
of just
played out. Like everybody knows where this goes. Like that's why the stock market is dropping. That's like why it's so unstable right now. The crypto is down. Like it's not like the markets don't thrive with like all this instability. And so it's just not a good thing. But anyways, enough about that because this is so boring for people. But tariffs were such a big deal his um in his campaigning and it's not working. Like that's another thing, another
Well,
failure.
I like to see it right out because I mean, to be honest, if we did have tariffs before in America, if America did this before, I wasn't aware, but now I'm like up and aware, so I can
Look
see
into
how
it.
people will. I could see how businesses will say that, but since they're a business, I probably wouldn't listen to them because it's going to affect their bottom line. And businesses are always greedy and want more money, and don't want changes to happen, especially if it benefits the people or America. So I'd have to look at the specific businesses who say that because it's weird because like eggs go down, but what other things go up? Like my my toys go up, but my I mean not my toys, right? My my collection, what I'm saying, figures go up. But then like my eggs go down, my cheese goes down, my meat goes down, my paws, what I'm saying? Like, but certain things go up because of they're from Japan or from China, which I understand, and things get held up. But again, it's certain companies are not used to that because this is new to them, especially on Japan and China. So I get that. I just again I feel like certain companies just don't want to play ball, which is fine. I understand because to be in a business, you have a certain line you want to get to, and if you go below that line each time you go up, that line gets higher and higher, and if you don't go here again the next year or the next what do you call that fiscal year, then it's a problem. But they're fine otherwise. You know what I'm saying? But it's just like it's just greed.
Right, but the thing is, I don't personally
I hope
care.
that made sense because it made sense to me.
No, it
But
makes sense. But I personally don't care about the businesses. I care about my bottom line and how much more money I have to spend. And they are passing on costs. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
They're not going to eat any of the costs. Like they're passing it on to us. And so
Well,
they're
they're
it's
not
not
eating the
affecting their
import cost.
no, they're past that's what a tariff is. That
No,
import cost
they go ahead. Sorry.
they're adding that on into the price of what they're selling.
Yes, right.
That's the tax. That's the increase.
But less people will buy, so it is affecting somewhat because like in my collection area, a lot of people aren't buying like McFarlane toys since McFarlane and Hasbro have raised their um, prices from like $5 to $7. So most of us are like, oh, we're not gonna do that, especially when you don't have a lot of stuff included with that certain item. So I mean, it is affecting the bottom line, but the rest of us, I mean, we'll pay it because we want the figure. You know what I'm saying? So
Right. Exactly. So
so it's still. I
the
just say
tariffs
ride
are
it out.
so you guys are fine with paying more money. You guys are now fine all of a sudden with paying more money because Trump put a tariff on
I
it.
just thought like it was weird that China was tariffing us, but we weren't tariffing them. So I agree with them on that part. Nobody's ever going to agree on increased, prices. But gas is chilling. Giz is chilling. I mean, what more can I say? I know it's top billing, but that's how you got it, and we got it. And it's good.
Yeah, no. I'm sorry. It's just
You
a tariff.
understood.
Tariff. I'm just blown away that Republicans are fine with taxes because and to I don't know. That's just wild to me.
It's not a tax. It's a pat. What'd you say? Passed on, whatever.
Right, which is a tax. It's
We're getting
basically
the pass on
it's more money that has to be paid by us.
because uh, Republicans and anybody else who is letting us right out like me is as we're, I guess, patriotic and we want to see what happens. So us
So then
giving
why
up
don't we
five more,
raise
so us giving up five more, $10 more if we could afford it is fine.
we can't afford it.
We can.
A
We're
middle
doing it.
American working class person don't we shouldn't have to afford it. Why would you take this increase instead of letting Elon Musk or a billionaire get taxed? Like you rather pay like you're okay. Like you think we have more money than Elon Musk?
Elon Musk gets taxed.
No, but that's the whole argument. Like people, Republicans, wealthy people don't want to be taxed. Like the big beautiful bill was to help reduce taxes for the rich, the corporations, those making over 400,000.
I think
So that's no, but that's the whole thing about taxes. So it's either we get taxed or the rich get taxed. And Trump's big beautiful bill gave the wealthy, the people that make over 400,000 less taxes. But you're basically fighting to pay taxes right now. And we don't make billions of dollars. Like they have enough money for their like great grandkids to like never work.
yeah,
Yet
because they did it right. They did things right. We're gonna
so
get so we're gonna get mad at every rich person
no,
who
who said
creates
get
jobs.
no. It's not about being mad. It's about who's gonna pay the taxes in society. Like it's not a feelings
We're paying.
thing.
We are like we've always been,
Who
right?
you're fighting for the middle class to pay taxes.
We all
That's the
pay
whole
taxes.
argument. That's the whole argument between like
What's the difference between now and last year? We've always paid taxes.
right, but there's you either pay more or less depending on the policies of the administration that is in government. And Trump's big beautiful bill gave tax cuts to the wealthy and he passed it on to the middle class, to the
So why
working.
do we care? We have this. It's the same tax. Whose taxes have raised? My taxes haven't raised.
They
In
have
fact,
been raised.
my tax
Your
return
check,
has raised.
your check is a little bit smaller than last year. Like
Okay,
that, like it's not a lot of money, but it's still
yeah.
money. It's
If
still
it
money that
benefits America, then so be it. It's like when gas prices went up. Did we bitched about it? Yeah, but we put gas in our car.
gas,
We make it work.
no, but gas went up is it's been extremely high with Trump. And when Biden was in office, it was about the same, and people were
Hmm.
crying every day. And then
Yeah.
now that Trump's in office and the gas is the same or higher, people aren't complaining. Like it's just really mind-boggling. Like it's like what? So now you guys are okay with paying more money. You guys are okay with paying more gas. You're okay with paying for higher food costs because Trump's in office. The food inflation hasn't come down. Like inflation is, I mean, it's come down a little bit, but the food prices have not come down. Like we're still paying way more. We're paying more than when Biden was in office. And these are just facts. Like everybody, please look this up. Like this is not like made up. These are not feelings. These are facts. And so that's why everybody's saying like our rent's going up, the healthcare costs are going up. Like it's not life is not affordable. Things are not affordable. And these are the things that Trump campaigned on and he has not followed through. And in his State of the Union, like let's just shift gears right now because we could go back and forth on this forever, but I just really want to get to the point like why was he so violent? Why was he talking about so much gory, violent details in the State of the Union? I mean, if we're here, worried about the children and the kids and, you know, did you hear some of the things he was saying, like
I
describing?
think he did that for the effect of how important it is to have our borders secure. Like all the people he was talking about, except for Ariana, he slipped on that one. But for all the one like which one was bad? Which one which one was like
I mean,
gory as
they were
hell?
all bad. They were all terrible. They were
Oh, the
all
one with the one, yeah, the one with the two parents who were there. God, I forgot. I should have wrote that down. But yeah, I think he's setting up, how bad these criminals are, and how vicious they are, and how they need to be kept out. If we had more secure borders, none of this would ever happen. So he's setting up a story.
I
So
mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess that is a perspective. But my point is that you shouldn't have to, you could still, like in rap music, you could, back in the day, they would still talk about sex and making love and all that stuff, but they wouldn't just say like wet ass pussy or, WAP. Like they were a little bit more refined in their delivery and their messaging and like kind of leaving things to people's imagination and not being so literal and so graphic. And it was just really kind of, in my opinion, demonic and gross. And I wasn't the only one that felt this because I was
I,
like, I just
I
felt
think he
like
was telling a story.
it was just too much. It was just too much. But it does tie into the conspiracy theories, or well, I don't know. They're not necessarily conspiracy theories, but what's alleged in the Epstein files that have been released and from witnesses like Sasha Riley and other people who have said that Trump enjoys snuff films. And snuff films are where he enjoys watching people be tortured. And that would explain why he was like basically like getting off on all these like disgusting, gory details in front of the whole entire country. Like he could have painted the picture of, the terror and the murderous person and all that without giving exact details of slicing their throat and blood was all over the place. Like it was just a lot. And kids watch that and it's a lot. If we're worried about kids, you know what I mean? Like that's what Republicans always worry about is the kids. Like he shouldn't be talking about that on national TV. I just don't think so. And I wasn't
I
the only
mean,
one that felt that way.
I
And
think it's funny that people point that out when these parents let their kids listen to Cardi B and watch rated R movies. So if people are going to nitpick that, then they need to look in the mirror and check themselves. Especially
right, but
like
people
with
nitpick
TikTok
that.
now, like they're letting the kids curse, and they want that video to go viral. Kids are doing all kinds of shit,
Right. I
and
agree.
everything's online. So like it's. I agree with you that he did. I feel like I think he did. He indulged a little bit too much.
He was enjoying it
Um,
way too much, but he's into that. Like the Epstein files have
well,
revealed that.
yeah, allegedly, because you don't
No,
know.
those are in the Epstein files. Like we do know. Like it's not like that's why more people need to talk about what's in the Epstein files because it's very graphic, it's very horrific.
What are the Epstein files? Files from one person, right? From Jeffrey Epstein, right?
No, it's from like it's based it should be called the Trump files because he's in it so much.
No, I
Like
mean like who's giving up this information in the Epstein file?
it's
Different people around him, right? Or is it just is Epstein file because it's from Epstein?
no. It's not just from Epstein. It's from like it's articles, it's documented what do you go like witness testimony to the FBI. Like
Right.
it's emails between Epstein and friends and colleagues and just everybody and everything
Yeah.
that's been gathered.
I'll just say this. Unless Trump says it or wrote it down in an email, cool. You can speculate. For me, it's allegedly. It's just like when I hear things from an artist, from a friend, and they kind of indulge the story. I'm just like, bro, like, okay. One time, my friend did something about an artist. It came over. He was like, this guy, he's like gives dap a lot. He hugs a lot, and I was like, and he's like, oh, I think he's kind of gay. And I'm just like, why is he's just that's just how he is. He's not. Why does he have to be gay because he does that? So unless he says that, or he wrote, or he wrote an email, and it's him, like he's not selling himself. Um, he's not selling himself. He's not doing you guys. He's not doing the Epstein files any favors with what he did yesterday. I'll give you that. But
Well,
everything's a legend until
right.
I see and I read it and or I hear it.
Right.
I get it though. I
Okay,
get it.
but no, I hear you. But also, okay, a lot of people rumor and say that, Trump moves like a mob boss. And so I did not check into this, but I saw this lady on Instagram and she was like, she showed different pictures of Trump in his office over the years, right? And so it's really easy to look up. Like people can find videos of Trump in the Trump Tower, in his offices, wherever. And there was never a computer. There's never a computer. And so that go is in line with people saying that he moves like a mob boss because he doesn't have anything documented. Like he doesn't do emails. He's always on the phone. Like if he calls in, uses fake names. Like you may never see an email from Trump because he doesn't work with a computer. And he
So
doesn't even
what's
type. Even in his documentaries, like
mm,
he has somebody else type for him. Like he doesn't, you'll never, so he's not in the Epstein files like that. There's just people who are talking about him or making complaints about him and even today, like the breaking news is that there's this woman, it's an investigative reporter who said that this, I guess, a case of a woman who spoke to the FBI or the Department of Justice saying that Trump like assaulted her or raped her or something like
so I saw
really
that yesterday. Yeah.
really bad and it was in the Epstein files or the DOJ release or whatever, but now it's gone. So it was there and then now it's gone. So why did they take that out? You know
There's a
what I mean?
bunch of pages. There's like 51 pages gone.
Yeah, it's a lot. So that's what I'm saying. Like, so that's why you may never see an email from Trump because he never types. He doesn't document stuff. And then I mean, so it's just a lot. It's
Yeah,
just
if there's proof of what he did and he's a a sexual deviant and he's harmed people underage or whatever, then yeah,
right. I know, but
that, that's
exactly
that's evil shit.
right. But I'm just saying, like, over time, I mean, he's already been convicted of sexual assault. He's already been you know, there's been so many allegations, and he's even said on record how he treats women. He's been in the room of pageant, Miss USA pageants. Like he owned it. Like he's put himself around young women like all his life. And he's been in rooms saying that, oh, I could look at them. I go in there.
Why wouldn't a
They can't
heterosexual
stop
man
me.
want to be around pretty women?
Okay, that's fine, but you don't say that you have the rights to going into the woman's dressing room. Like this is all documented. This is him talking and saying these
Yeah,
things.
I
You know what I mean? So it's just he has there's something off about him and
yeah, he's a
people
perv.
exactly, and it's not right. And it's not, and like so now people are saying, "Oh, we need evidence. We need strong evidence that he's
Yeah, we
this
do.
and that." We already have it. What are you guys talking about? What are you
Then why?
talking
Okay,
about?
then let the courts deal with it. Let everything unfold. Then
Right, and it
I
is.
agree with you 100%. If there's evidence and there's strong evidence, like you say, cool. Let the courts, let Supreme or whoever courts, let it unfold. Let's see it. I'm
Right,
here. I'm here for it.
right.
Until then, you know what I'm saying?
I mean,
I'm with you.
until then, I'm gonna believe everything that's happening. And
Of course you
and then
are.
okay, and then let's talk about like and just so many lies. Like he lied about the success of Melania's movie. That movie flopped. And you're gonna tell at the State of the Union.
Well, can I say something about that? The only reason why I feel like it flopped is because they put it in very limited, not limited, but they put it in less theaters because some theaters wouldn't show it. So it did actually did pretty well as far as the theaters that were letting it go in is concerned. But there is also the stigma about Trump, and they didn't release it regularly like other movies. A lot of not a lot, but a few theaters, I would say 50% of them wouldn't show the movie
Well,
just
that's
because
like
they don't
every
like Trump.
but no, but that's also like the whole like cinematic movie experience these days. Like movies barely stay in the theaters for a long time and they don't get shown in every theater. It's not just because they hate Trump, it's because that's the way the movie theater experience is.
So
It goes to Netflix so fast or Amazon or whatever. It barely stays in the
yes,
movie.
thank you for that too. Thank you.
What?
Because I don't want to go to the theater. I want to
Right.
go watch
Exactly.
it
So I
in
don't necessarily think it's because of Trump. I just think that's the way movies are set up these days. But why lie
I
about
think for
it?
that movie, I think it's because of Trump.
Whatever. But why lie about that to the whole entire world? Then he was talking about he ended 8 wars. First of all, he did not end wars. Like there's people on the record, like in India, saying that Trump did not end that war. And then all those different wars he said he stopped and they haven't like completely stopped. So it's just, I mean, it was just lie after lie after lie. And the man, I don't
If you stop a war or any conflict at that particular point, and then something else, little stuff trickles after that, is that not stopping a war, or is that just a matter of things trickling down? Like they just killed Mexico. Mexico just killed some bigwig um,
cartel guy.
cartel leader, right? Like that. Now the cartels are going to war with civilians, right? And then if that stops today and it trickles down today and tomorrow, do we say it stopped today, or do we wait till the trickle down stop and then we say, oh, it stopped a week later? How does that how does that work? Like if Trump pulls out his military after the damage is done, for them the war is over, right? But if something trickles down after our troops leave, like we can't do anything about what happens in the aftermath, no?
Right. But I
Or,
mean,
or am I that weird? Is that weird?
no, no, no. I understand that. If it was like 2 years, a year later, but I'm talking about like the next day, war starts again. Like even with the Israel Hamas war, he said that he ended. I mean, both
Mm.
sides um didn't validate, not validate, but both sides did not follow the pact or
Yeah,
whatever
because they
they could.
bombed right after.
Yeah, yeah, they violated the pact or whatever.
Yeah, he's a
So
weirdo. He's a
so that was
weirdo
like
when
two
it
days.
comes to statistics.
Right. With not a weirdo, he's a straight up liar, like a manipulator. Like people need to understand that. And so I don't know. I don't know. That was really oh. And the other thing while I was watching the State of the Union, I was just like, Why does this feel like The Price is Right? Like every second it was like, come on down. Come on down. You get a medal. You get a medal. And it was so funny because the next day I saw that people were like comparing him to Oprah and was like, you get a medal, you get a medal. And it's like he gave everybody a medal. He gave
Yeah, they
everybody.
deserved it. No,
I
Purple
mean,
Heart.
some of the war veterans, you know, all of I would say all of the war veterans.
Yeah, our Olympic goalie. We haven't won an Olympic in hockey for like a decade, so
So you get a
they
medal
gave
for that? Come on.
yeah for the goalie, and his teammates agreed to give the goalie the medal. What's wrong with that?
I mean, why? I mean,
They
whatever.
they
I
won
mean,
for their
the
country
that's fine. I guess you get a medal for
against
that.
Canada.
That's fine. But he, the biggest thing is he was like even saying that he wanted one of the medals. Like he was like, I don't know what I could do to get a medal, but I want a medal. Like he thinks he's so funny and like,
He is funny.
and then he like names everything after, but as a president, you shouldn't be funny. Like just do your job
Yeah,
and don't lie and like don't talk about bloody murder in front of millions of people. And like just I don't know. It's I don't know. And then
I feel like if
everything's
Obama did
about
that, you'd be
him.
fine with it.
No, I would still say this is narcissistic behavior
You,
because
you you think if Obama makes the jokes and you're like, oh, Obama shouldn't be making jokes. He's the president.
Obama's
You would
never
say
made a
that
joke
he hasn't. He
at the
hasn't. He didn't talk and then drop the mic.
at the State of the Union. At
Does
the
it,
State
does
of the
it matter
Union.
where? Does it
Yes,
matter where?
that's what I'm talking about. The State of the Union is a
So the State of the
very
Union, no jokes,
is a right. It's an
no
honorable.
jokes, and no Democrats yelling or doing posters. No, there should be none of that, right? At the State of the
It
Union.
Well, if I mean that's not factual in America because when Marjorie Taylor Greene did it with her little fur jacket, it was okay. Like it's the both Democrats and Republicans protest, don't stand, don't acknowledge whatever. And that really got on Trump's nerves last night too. He cannot stand it when people don't praise him. And that was
Well,
like the
it sounded more about praising America, not him.
are you serious right now? It's
Yeah,
all
do you
about
want to go
him.
back to the tape? It was about standing for all the things he had for America that
Mm.
he had, wants to implement for America.
What by calling they were what Ilhan
Like the
Omar?
deportation,
She was
voter ID, getting rid of
dude.
fraud.
Please
Does that
stop.
not benefit America?
No, it doesn't
So
because
so when
it's
so
not
when people don't,
factual. It's not
it's
factual,
not factual.
dude. There's no voter fraud. Where's the voter fraud? There is not wide scale voter
I
fraud.
didn't say voter fraud. I said the fraud in like in Minnesota, all the medical and the health and the schools and all that fraud.
I mean, okay, if that's if
What's
I
wrong
mean
with having?
if there's fraud, then address the fraud. Don't say, "Oh, the Somali immigrants, low life losers." You think people should stand for that? Like what?
That was good. That was a good impression.
I'm trying to, I'm trying to
I mean, that's just
I'm
how
trying to be
it.
the
That's
funny one now.
what do you mean now?
That's usually your job. You're usually the funny guy. But anyways, you know what I mean? Like why would they stand for him ridiculing and like being straight up racist?
How was he
Nobody
raising? He brought up immigrants. He didn't
he
say
said Somalian, he like pointed them out and was like Somalian fraudster, criminal, blah blah blah. And like basic like if he said that about black people or if he said that about Irish people, people would have something to say. So
well.
it wasn't
They are
proper.
saying it.
So they're not good. Yeah, so they're not people aren't gonna stand up for that. And I mean, in every single State of the Union, when Republicans are in charge, the Republicans are cheering and they'll scream USA, USA, and the Democrats won't do anything. When there's a Democrat in charge, the Republicans don't move and the Democrats are up happy, happy, happy. That's just how it works. That's just what it is. So for him to even take the time and call out the Democrats saying, you guys just don't stand for anything, huh? You guys just don't, nothing makes you happy. Da, da, da. You guys are crazy. Like, what? Is
I think
this
that was a
real
good
life?
tactic.
Is this real life?
I think it was a good tactic to show their un-American patronage, and it was disgusting to me.
It's just, I mean, Republicans are just as disgusting when they don't stand when good things happen when
I
Obama
agree.
or Biden was talking. So it's just
I
how
agree.
that's just how it is.
It's regardless of who's up there, it should be about America. It's America first.
Okay.
Regardless of who did what.
Right.
But
Well,
they all want to be in sync and want to you know be hang with each other. Or I'm pretty sure if some Democrat stand up look for everything American bias, they would have been like canceled by their Democratic colleagues over there.
I mean, people on the
So
Democratic
that's some
side
pussy shit.
stood up. People on the Democratic side stood up.
For the kids, the people who got murdered, for the Blue Heart, the soldier guy who almost lost his leg, and the guy who got shot in the head. Yeah, I mean that's good. That's good.
But they're not going to stand up just to please Trump and be like clapping for 3 minutes. That's
It's
why
not about pleasing Trump. It's
it
about
is about pleasing
American.
Trump.
Okay, well we're not going to get anywhere on this one. Yeah,
But I mean,
but
and
I
that's why,
disagree.
and okay, that's fine. But that's why the speech was so long because the Republicans were just cheering him on. Like everybody knows that Trump needs that like flattery, he needs that praise. That's why in their cabinet meetings, they have to like basically worship the ground he walks on or he'll not feel flattered and he won't be happy. Like this is just common knowledge. Like it's very, I mean, everybody reports on this. It's not like unfactual. It's what how he is, how he that's why they Qatar gave him a plane, a $4 billion plane or whatever. For and like people know how to get him to do stuff because you flatter him and praise him.
Yeah, yeah. The key is you have to flatter him and say he's the best,
Right.
the
And
best
that's
that
all
ever
he
did
said.
it.
Yeah, he's the
And then
greatest.
he might give you a job.
He's the hottest. We have the hottest country. Everything, and even what the last thing I have to make is when he was like, "Oh, the Trump accounts and the Trump this and his name's on the what is it? The Kennedy Center's Trump Center now. Like everything is Trump, 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 Trump." And then, but last night he says, "Oh, see, I didn't even name that." Yeah, right. You named it. But if he didn't, and the people in his cabinet named it, they know how he is. They know he needs that praise and that like,
Well, the guy named him Trump so he can he can get in there. You know what I'm saying? You get in there, say, oh, we're gonna name it the Trump card. He's, if you wanna call it that, I'm not gonna fight you.
yeah, I don't know.
That's all I got. I'm working on it. Yours is better than mine.
I don't know. I'm just,
You
I
wanna
just,
call it Trump?
I don't know where we're going as a country.
I think we'll be all right. I'm very optimistic
Of what though? What is there to be optimistic about?
of our progress.
What progress of getting rid of uh immigrants?
Putting more money in our pockets
Who
for
has more
taxes.
money in their pockets?
I do. I got a great tax return to this last week.
Because you paid into it. That's how tax refunds
Yeah, that's
work.
how. Yeah,
You paid taxes so you get it back.
yeah.
That's not more money in your pocket monthly. Like if you did
Is more money than added on to my income. Yeah,
for right now, but if you do your income and your disposable income over the last year compared to the last couple year, or maybe you'd have to go back to like I don't know.
yeah. I have more money
Inflation
than
and
I've had
affordability
before.
has been high. It's been high, but I just say do the last year. If people really want to see if they have more money, do it. You could budget it. You could figure it out. Like it's not that difficult.
My retirement stick, my booty stick,
But the
my
retirement
my
it has to do with
my
Wall
feet are
Street,
thick.
right? That has to do with Wall Street. That has to do with like
My
investments.
401, my Roth, my Calcifer.
Right. That has nothing to do with the working class. That's like all just, that the wealthy upper class.
I'm not wealthy.
Well, because those systems are for investments like that. I mean, the Dow, like Pam Bondi said in the hearing, the Dow is at the highest it's ever been, 50,000. Like
Is
that's what we
that
should be
is that how
focused
she
on.
is
But
how she
that's
talks?
yeah, but that's
Oh, she was what do you call it? Diverting on that real quick.
right. But that's not all of America. Like all of America does not have investments. And
Yeah, and
and
all of
that's who he
America
campaigned.
aren't rich.
Right. That's who he campaigned for, though. And he's done nothing for the working class or
Well, are we surprised at this, or you just bring
I'm
up
not
facts?
surprised. I knew
Okay,
what he was going to do.
this is what politicians do. They say what you want to hear to get in, and then when they get in, they do whatever the fuck they want. And
Mm,
then you can complain and say blah blah blah. But yeah, okay, well, vote on
And
midterms then.
and if we are allowed an election, he's not going to win. They're not going to win the midterms.
His approval rate is down what 27, 37%.
His is yes, it's very low. It's the
It's
lowest.
very low.
He's not going to win because people aren't happy because he lied and that's how it works. People got duped and that's the problem. That's all I'm saying is like the State of the Union was basically just a like I don't even know what you want to call it, but he did not present anything, any truth, any facts. He just basically was like, "Oh, let's give this person a medal, and they deserve their medals." But he did not give us any direction for our country. And the two things that he did present, one, he doesn't have a plan for yet, and the other was about the election fraud. And there's no election fraud in America.
What
So
about the? Well, I agree with that. And I also didn't know that other some certain states do voter ID, but I think it should be everybody.
right. But I heard the other day that the people that will be impacted by the Save Act mostly is gonna be his own party. So, like, when you're not intelligent and you don't really have intelligent people on your side who are out here just to do evil to hurt certain people, it always backfires. Love wins. Love always wins.
Who doesn't want love?
Huh?
Who doesn't want love to win?
I'm just saying, I'm making a statement. Like, love always wins. Like, evil never prospers. Never. It may
All
take a
right,
long
music for
time.
child.
It might take a long time, but it'll come to justice. It'll have evil will have its day for sure.
Yeah, if it's evil, yeah.
Yep. And it is. So, all right. Anything else about the State of the Union
Um,
you want to bring up?
I'm an advocate for the AI. Can't wait for that. And then the Delilah law. I think that's important. He did bring up Ariana. He said the killer was an immigrant. No, he's from North Carolina, so that was a doof. But still, I blame the judges on that. That judge should go to jail. Um, I
Or
will
what?
always write for that for letting him out like hella times. Any
Who?
judge,
Letting who out?
Ariana's killer, the dude who killed her. He's been in front of court for there's like for like a decade. Like his face is like hella mugshots. And there's another dude in Chicago in the same situation. The judge just gives him probation and lets him back out on the street, and then he goes and causes bullshit and kills somebody. The guy who lit that girl on fire in New York. Like all these woke judges keep letting these people out. And it's like they need the judges. This would be another topic for another day, but these judges need to be held accountable. But other
So,
than that, I like the State of the Union. But go ahead.
so the immigrants that do these vile things, what should happen to them?
Well, yeah, like the immigrant, like the guy who killed, I guess the kid, uh, because he got hired for driving trucks and gave it, the blue states whatever gave him a CDL, trucking license, whatever. What they should do time here and then sent home. But I think they should do time here to, get a taste of prison. They should definitely serve time here for murder, obviously.
Okay. Well, then, like the people who live here, the citizens that do vile crimes like
Yes.
these, they
Yeah.
should, definitely do time. But
Yeah.
there, what I looked into, like these, I don't want to like downplay these incidents because they did happen, and it's terrible. That, murders and violent crimes are happening around our country. But domestically, our own citizens are doing like a lot more of this as well. So our country isn't a safe place, like in general. So what can we do? Like, I would like to know what can we do for the violent crime in our country collectively, not just singling out immigrants because it fits a narrative for them to get rid of immigrants.
Well, everybody I bought it was more they were it was domestic. Yeah, it was an immigrant. I wasn't talking about immigrants. Chicago, New York, and was it North Carolina? Yeah, wherever Ariana got stabbed to death. Those are all American.
Well,
What
I
I'm
thought
saying is, what I'm saying is the judges who those criminals appeared beforehand before this incident let these imbeciles go. That's what I have a problem with, and I agree with you. Something needs to happen to these, but something needs to happen to these judges because they feel like they're doing the right thing. Oh, because he's black, or whatever. I think it's
or
more
he's
because he's
white
black,
because he's white,
or whatever the case. But I've seen more black people. They let people black criminals go out and they commit more crimes and they don't let them serve time.
that's
That's the
not
problem.
that's actually not the case. Most
I don't agree with that because
everybody,
there's
but
the last one with the Ariana situation. His judge was a black woman, and I think there's something there, you know. So there's that, and then the other ones. I think the Chicago one was a white dude, and yeah, the things that in their past, their criminal record, they should never been out. And
right,
you're like, oh, let me look at your criminal record. Oh, I'm gonna give you a chance to be rehabilitated on the streets of Chicago, on the streets of New York, when you've had all this long ass rap sheet. It's like, why is he out?
right.
I will
I
never
I
understand
hear
that.
what you're saying, and I agree with that. But I mean, just factually, it's known that people of color are judged harder, like harsher, and have harsher sentences. So this might have been a one-off or whatever. Yes, it's,
Because they do harsher crimes, maybe.
but I'm saying they get harsher punishments. Like that's just a known thing. Like that's been the case.
If that's
Like
true, then
like
why do
like
these people have
a white
a long
person
ass rap sheet?
a white person and a black person who does the same crime, they don't get the same sentence.
I
Like
think that
that's just
depends.
known. It's just a known fact. Like that's
Well,
that's,
I
that's
think
all I'm saying. Like I don't have the points right now, but that's just a known thing for
if a certain
everyone.
minority does more crimes than another minority, their statistics go higher, does it not? As far as that crime is concerned, does it not?
But that's not what I'm saying.
So it's like 50 black people versus 10 white people, and then like three Asian people doing the same crime. Our statistics, black people's statistics are going to go higher. Isn't that right? Or am I tripping? You know what I mean? Like
I mean
percentage,
the rate
the
would be
crime
higher.
percentage goes up more because we do more. Our people do more crime. No, as far as that concerned, like let's say murder. There's more black people do murder more than every other race. Our statistics on crime is higher than every other race, right?
You're talking
So
about the rate. You're talking about the rate. But what I'm saying that's not factual is that if a black man hits you in the head
yeah,
and a white man hits you in the head with a
yeah,
hammer, the same crime,
yes,
the black man is going to get a longer and higher sentence. If they have the same record, they have the same
yeah.
everything. That's all I'm saying.
Okay, if
Okay?
they had this, yes, if they had the same judge, then that's an issue. same judge and or different state and or where they are, red, blue, and or depending on their city.
Okay, I do agree with that because I know judges do play a big role in that. And I know a lot of people, when there's like police brutality, say in Florida and a police brutality case in Iowa, I mean, it's a different cop, it's a different chief. There's a different system there. But it's it's a different system, so you can't really blame and be like, oh well, all white cops are racist. It's a
Right.
different, it's like different situations. Like I understand what you're saying, but the other part of what you're saying, where you're saying that if there's 100 cases and 75% of those cases are black people committing these crimes, and the other 25% is others.
Yeah.
It's a higher percentage, yes.
Yeah. It
But
looks
that
better
should
for
not
us
that
because we
should
create.
not change the sentencing
Yeah.
for the
Correct.
same crime.
Correct.
So, yeah. I
Are,
don't
are we at stalemate?
but I'm just like
You're bringing up racism.
I'm bringing up the whole situation. Like
Oh, okay.
I just had to address what you said because like that's not nah. I can't just let that slide.
Because that's weird because it's like if a black judge releases a black criminal who has a long rap sheet, then what is that?
I
Is
mean,
that anything?
it could be several situations. It depends. Like, I mean, I agree with you where it depends on the judge,
Hmm.
it depends on the crime, it
Hmm.
depends on the prosecutor or the DA, the defense attorney. Like, it could be so many different things.
Yes. Okay. We're on the same page then.
Yeah, no, we're on the same page, but it's I don't know. It's such a headache. All of these things are such a headache. Like I hate like I don't hate this word. I actually like this word. But everything is nuanced. And everything could be, case by case. So it
Yes.
just depends. And like people take so many things out of context and, misconstrue like the bigger picture of it all. But you have to look at things like historically as well as to why certain things are happening present time. That's all I'm saying.
I disagree with that, but okay.
But it's and then I mean, yes, things do evolve. Things do evolve
Yeah, we have black people in court now.
and people change, but
Hmm.
there's still some of the core things still in place.
Mm,
It's just what it is. Like you can't say there's no racism in America.
well, there's always going to be racism, but as far as it affecting
It does affect
us,
us.
like before then, I don't believe that. I don't think that's it. I think if you let it affect you, it will. Yes.
I'm sorry. I just don't feel comfortable with a white supremacist like leadership. Like I just can't ever feel like they're gonna look out for me in any way possible because they're not.
Okay, that's fair. If you think that, yeah,
No,
that's on you.
it's what they believe. It's their in their
Who's
mission
they?
statement.
Who's it? Who's in power over you?
Those
What white supremacist is in power over you?
the people that run Trump's cabinet, like
How have
Stephen
they hindered
Miller,
you?
Steve
Even if
Bannon,
they are Trump, all those white people in office, even if they are white supremacists, how have they affected you?
because they're in
AC.
leadership, because they're in leadership, and
How because just because they're in leadership.
and I have to watch them be mediocre and ruin the entire country because because they are evil and they don't like people of color. They don't like immigrants. They don't like any of that.
Who likes illegal immigrants? Who likes any criminals who come in this state
They're not
over the
criminals.
over and under the border?
They're not all
You're a criminal if you're here illegal.
You're
You're
not a
on-
criminal. It's civil. It's not even criminal. It's civil. It's not
you're
criminal.
it was civil or not? Is it breaking the law or not? If you're here, um, if you're not here illegally,
It's not their fault that our courts, our immigration system is broken and they can't get a legal status quickly. Like that's a known thing. It takes people 5, 10 years to, they don't make it
but if
easy.
but if your visa is over, then you got to go, right?
Yeah, you have to go, but you
Okay,
shouldn't have to get, your children shouldn't have to be like attacked and used as bait. Like there's just poor practices that they're using to get rid of immigration. And
that's one incident, and I agree with you.
Obama, he's he got rid of a lot of people, but he didn't have all these issues because they used due process and these guys, the ICE CBP patrol, they're not all wearing masks. Like there's a problem with that.
Well,
Like
they didn't have to because they didn't have people trying to infiltrate and obstruct their operations and try to dox them online. They didn't
yeah,
have to do all that.
because they're not qualified to hold the positions that they're in and they're
They
like
would
harming people.
if the protesters weren't out there, nobody would be wearing masks. They were doing the same job that Obama's ICE would done, Biden's ICE done, and let things go, and it would have been smooth. But because they don't like Trump, and they see and they don't like the
It has nothing to
administration,
do with
they
Trump. They
went
don't like
they
the
went
ICE
against
agents.
ICE.
They don't like the ICE agents. There's so many
The
people.
ICE agents are doing the same thing Biden and Obama's ICE agents did.
No, they don't. No, they're not.
Yes, there
They
is. There's
they're
footage
giving
all
people due
over YouTube.
process. They're giving due process. They're not
They
just.
no, they went well. Okay, I'll give you that, but they
They
also went
are.
into
That's
their homes.
it. That's the
Yes, no, I
difference.
agree with you. They went into their homes and did the same thing ISIS did is doing now.
Right, but they
It,
gave them due process. Like when people
and how
fight
we're
against the
not giving them due
Constitution,
process?
when people fight against the Constitution or go against the Constitution, Americans, patriots have issues with that. That's why we're where we're at today.
These
It has nothing
protesters
to do.
are not patriots.
Yes, they are.
They
Dude,
are
there's
not.
people who
They
are
are
out
demons.
here. There's people out here who are protesting for the first time because they know they're seeing their communities get tore up by this, like, these wicked people.
That's not
So,
it. It's because they don't like Trump because he's in the Epstein files and they think he's a pedophile, blah blah blah, whatever. So
and
whatever
he
Trump
is.
does,
He is.
they will go against him. That's why they're out there.
Oh, it's about to end. Thank you for listening to Non-Perishable Goods. Things got a little heated. But we'll keep this discussion going and I don't know, man. I don't even know. All right. Thanks for listening.